Hello, I'm Dan Romzik, Director of Finance for St. John's Public Schools. This video is a continuation of the financial discussion we provided in our first video to address some frequently asked questions from our Facilities Steering Committee and the greater community about how we fund our schools. This video, I'll be diving into where your taxes go and how St. John's compares to other school districts in the region. But before we get too far into that, we need to understand how taxes are generated in the district. Taxes are generated based on the millage rate times the taxable value of a property. 1 mill is equal to 1/10 of a cent in tax revenue. So $1,000 in taxable value would result in $1 of property taxes. Generally, taxable values are 50% of the market value of a piece of property. The current St. John's Public Schools taxable value across all parcels in the 209 square miles of the district is equal to $922,659,000. So 1 mill on that taxable value would generate $922,000 of property taxes. This slide shows the debt millage rate for the district. The green bar represents the current millage rate that is in place to pay off the 2010 and 1998 facility bonds that were issued. The orange line represents the millage rate that would have been levied had the 2024 bond issue passed in the community. The bond issue was defeated by the community in the election recently, and so we will at this point remain on the trajectory of the green line. But this just shows how the taxable value, or how the millage, the millage would be extended out. So one of the questions that we heard, help me understand more about the debt extension that the bond asks for. Essentially what it is doing is extending out this reduction from 2027 out several years, another 15 years or so, to continue at the 7 mills. Let me help you understand why 7 mills. 7 mills is the amount that we must levy in order to participate in the school loan revolving fund. School loan revolving fund is a state fund that helps school districts and provides them with funding in advances them dollars in addition to the taxes that they'll collect to pay the beginning principal and interest on those bonds until the taxable values catch up in that community. And then once the taxable values catch up, then we would continue levying 7 mills until we no longer owe money back to the school loan revolving fund because there's a repayment process that happens from that advance that they gave us. And so our current millage will start to reduce in a few years because we will have the school loan revolving fund paid off from the previous bond issues. Our current balance with the school loan revolving fund is about $1.6 million. So our proposed bond issue would have extended that out, continuing to levy 7 mills. We would have borrowed from the school loan revolving fund in order to have those dollars available to do the construction activities in the facilities now, and then pay for those once the taxable value starts to pick up. So when we talk about there being no tax increase, we're saying that 7 mills would continue to be levied on your property at 7 mills out another 15 years or so. In a lot of ways, it works like a mortgage works on your home. You borrow money today in order to pay for the home today, and then over a course of time, you make mortgage payments. In government world, those mortgage payments are made by collecting property taxes that were approved for the bond issue by the voters over a period of time. Some comparables here with our community around us. We have a number of districts in the Lansing area here. St. John's is right here, the third lowest at 7 mills, where other districts in our region, Langsburg is up at 11.18 mills, Bath is at 8.98 mills, and here we are at 7 mills. These orange sections on this slide represent districts that have building and site sinking funds where they pay as they go. They collect property taxes this year. They have that cash available to do construction activities in their school district. I hope this video has been helpful for you. Be sure to watch other videos on this page to learn more about school funding sources and how bonds are used to make facility improvements. Thank you so much.